Okay, so today I'm going to give you the best three ways to find a supplier for your dropshipping business. And it is extremely important because it could make or break your business. Some suppliers are sketchy, some suppliers are scammers, others have really bad price, others have very bad response time. There's a lot of things when it comes to finding a great quality supplier that works very hard, that is very organized. There's a lot of things involved. I'm going to give you the three ways that I find the best suppliers inside of my dropshipping business, and why every time that I stick with a supplier, I stick with them for years. Most people, they don't stick with their supplier more than a few months or a few weeks. They're always jumping from one to the other because they're not as good, or simply because they think they should switch. But let me tell you something at the end of this video that you guys are going to be flabbergasted. Okay, the first thing is, like I said, there's three ways to find a supplier. Let's speak about the first way. The first way is Facebook groups. So you want to go on any Facebook group, any Discord, any place that you know that speaks about dropshipping, and you want to make a post, you want to make a comment and saying, guys, I need to find a dropshipping supplier for my dropshipping business. I'm currently having orders and I need to fulfill them. I need a reliable supplier. Please PM me or something like that. Something like that. And you will receive a lot of messages. And when you receive those messages, some of them will be good, some of them will be less good. The way that I suggest you to do is to get them into a call, WhatsApp call. So you have more of that personal connection and you will be able to know, like, okay, this looks like a good one, or this looks like a sketchy one. And after that, you can also ask them with who else they work with in the past. Maybe they worked with very famous YouTubers, dropshippers, you never know. And that's what happened with one of my supplier. He worked with a very famous YouTuber that was dropshipping on the side. So I was like, oh, okay, so I know this guy is using the same supplier, so he must be great if he's using it. So that's the way that I basically analyze my suppliers when it comes inside of a Facebook group. So this one is the easiest one, but at the same time you need to pay attention because it could be easily a scam. So it's the easiest strategy, the simplest, but at the same time is the more risky. Now, let's go up a ladder. So, AliExpress and Alibaba DM. So, this one is less risky. You're going to DM everybody on AliExpress that has good ratings, everybody on Alibaba that has good ratings, and you're going to ask them if they do drop shipping, if they fulfill orders from drop shippers. You're going to take them their WhatsApp, give them into an interview, and ask them a few questions. Like I just told you, who have you been working before? How many years have you been working as a supplier? And things like that, how your work chain works, how long until you ship my product, what kind of shipping do you have, any question like that. And you will see those one will be a little bit more professional and will be a little bit easier because you're looking for them, they're not coming after you in a random group, because people inside of a random group could be scammers, and you don't want scammers. You want people that are very good. So this is the second strategy that I use. To be honest, in the first few years that I have been doing dropshipping, now it's been over 7 years, almost 8 years, I've used those two strategies: Facebook group and AliExpress and Alibaba DMs. They work amazingly great. I found one great supplier there that I stuck with it for years, but I was able to find better suppliers with the last strategy. And I think this strategy obviously is the most costly, but at the same time is the best one. The best one because I have one supplier that I found that it's literally been 7 years that I've been working with him. And I've stuck with that supplier since day one because I simply know that this supplier is the best because of that reason that I'm going to give you. So the reason is pay for supplier info. What does that mean? What is that craziness? Well, every time you get a course, you get a mentor, and you want to learn a strategy for somebody, let's say us, we mentor you, well, you will receive our suppliers. And that's what I used to do. I used to pay people online that sell a course just to have a supplier. I used to pay for the full course just to have access to the supplier. So that's the best way, because you know they've been working not only with that person, but probably other dropshippers. And that's the way that we go inside of the dropshipping business. Every supplier, every, let's say, dropshipper gives their supplier to other dropshippers. That's the best way to have very strong, reliable supplier. And the one that I found is, to be honest, the best one that I believe. And at this time, the reason why I think it's so great is because he did rise in the hierarchy. What do I mean by this? Well, every supplier works at the lowest chain. So it's someone that tried to get deals for the factories, try to make money for himself, but they're not making that much money. But when you get to a supplier that has a lot of connection, that is fulfilling a lot of orders from important drop shippers and drop shippers that are making a lot of volume like us and our students, well, you know what happened? Those um, like those suppliers are going to get promoted to CEO, or are going to get promoted to like the best assistant. And that's what you want. You want your supplier to get promoted. I think our supplier right now even travels around the world to make deals with other people. That's craziness. Like he started like us, like, oh, fulfilling a few drop shippers, and now he's like a businessman dealing all over the world and fulfilling crazy things. So if you want the best suppliers, hands down, you need to get them through a connection. If you don't get them through a connection, then there's a risk involved, and that risk could be little or high. But I think the best way is the last one, and that's the one that gave me the most results. So if you want to succeed in dropshipping, you need a good supplier, because like I said, every time that I compare my supplier prices to AliExpress, Alibaba, or someone else supplier, he always gives me the best pricing. But now, keep something in mind. Every single time that I have a winning product that makes me money, I negotiate with my supplier. And if you don't negotiate with your supplier, he's going to try to make a little bit more profit. So, having a supplier is not sunshine and rainbows all the time. You need to negotiate. You need to pressure your supplier to give you a good price. Because if not, like he's going to give you just, he's going to take the rope to his side, not to your side. So, always keep in mind, always, that every single time that you want a good supplier, it needs to come from a professional source, let's say like us, and you need to negotiate with them when you have leverage. What is that leverage? When you have sales. You want to make every supplier go down and their knees, have sales. You say, hey, let's say the supplier is called, I don't know, Tom. You say, hey, Tom, I have 1,000 orders to fulfill. If it's not you, it's going to be somebody else. So can you give me a better price than that? Because I believe that that price is too high. And that supplier is going 100% fulfill your orders with the best price possible. And I've tried this strategy with every supplier and it works like a charm. So hope you tried it too, because every time you have sales, you have a leverage. People think that because of the supplier, he fulfill your orders, he's the one that has the leverage, he's the boss. No, you're the boss, because you're going to make him some money. So you need to be strict. Obviously, don't be an asshole. I've seen people being assholes with suppliers. Don't be like that. It's a business win-win. Let's find a middle ground. You win, I win, and that's it. But at the end of the day, you need to look out for you, not for anybody else, but for you. So if you want a good supplier, those are the three ways. The last one is the best one so far. If you have any question about any supplier, let us know down below. And if you want to become a student, part of our community, then we're going to give you personally the best supplier that has been working with us and our students for years without any extra costs. you're part of the mentorship, you're already connected with the supplier after a few weeks, and you'll be able to have the best prices around the globe without any problem. Better than TJ, better than AliExpress, better than any platform, better than SendDrop, better than any platform you desire. So this is the video of today. Wish you all an amazing rest of your day. If you have any question, let me know down below. I will be more than happy to reply. And guys, see you on the next video and wish you all an amazing rest of your day. Peace out.